You are now entering the Sports and Foods Zone, where you get your sports and foods fix with your hosts, Drey and Tae. Welcome to Sports and Foods Podcast.
Yes.
Season 3.
Season 3.
First video episode, Tae.
Yes.
We in here. Man, I'm going to tell you, it is terrifying to be on the mic.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Just to, putting your voice out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much more terrifying to have the mic and the camera looking at me.
I know. I feel like I'm always have to remember I'm on TV. I'm like, gotta be focused. I can't be picking at my nose or anything. Or
we used to do so much stuff behind the scenes, all we had to make sure is our voice was good. Now we have to make sure everything else behind us and we look all right. Man, it is a lot, but it's all good. We here. Y'all pray for us though.
Yeah.
Today, it's been a while since we've been on air, man. What's going on?
Oh man, right now the snow is taking over. It's back. I thought we were about to slide into spring.
Tay, it's February, bro. In February in Portland, it goes bad. Always goes bad.
It's hitting us good right now, so it's snow. That's what we can have a whole episode on that on the ice and snow. But it's been wild. I know you guys are all dealing with it too. Portland shuts down, but I don't know, man. They didn't predict it right on this one.
man. No, on the news they were saying, but everybody thought it was gonna be like the last time when they said it was gonna be snow.
Yeah,
it snowed for like 10 minutes and there was nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it snowed for about 10 hours this time. Man. But again, it's good for the kids. The kids enjoy the snow. But man, can we get above freezing, please?
Yeah.
As we approach the end of Black History Month, it wouldn't be me, Tay, if I didn't have no facts for the people.
Yeah.
I can't let this month go by without saying something about Black History Month. So let's start from the top. And I'm going to read this, so y'all going to watch me read this. All right. So, what is Black History Month? Black History Month is an annual celebration of achievements by African Americans and a time for recognizing their central role in U.S. history.
Yep.
So, the next question. When did Black History Month begin? Now, this I found pretty interesting. Black History Month, a tradition that started in the Jim Crow era as Negro History Week, was officially recognized in 1967 in the United States as part of the nation's bicentennial celebrations. That's crazy. So
it is.
So actually, the Negro History Week was started by a man named Carter G. Woodson in 1926. So Black History Month week has been celebrated since 1926, which is kind of cool.
I didn't even know that at all for some reason. I thought that started in like the 70s or something.
Well, no, it did. It did. 76 is when Black History Month was actually instituted. But but the Negro History Week was already there, So
yeah, so they didn't tell us that.
No. But the real question, Tay, is why is Black History Month in the shortest month of the year, February?
That is a good question.
And I have an answer. It is said that February was selected because it coincided with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln, which is on February 12th, and Frederick Douglass, which is on February 14th. Now,
interesting.
Why are these two men's birthdays important? These two people were central to helping to afford Black people the experience of freedom that we have now. A quote from W. Marvin Dulaney, president of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He believes that those two men were very instrumental. So Black History Month is in February.
That is pretty cool, man. I learned a lot right there.
More sports and foods?
Check out our website. There you'll have access to all our shows.
while we were gone, Damian Lillard had an awesome All-Star weekend. He won the three-point competition, was drafted first pick of the reserves in the All-Star Game draft, and had a good showing in the All-Star Game, scoring 26 points and hitting 8 threes.
Yes.
Did you know that Damian Lillard was the first Trailblazer to ever win the three-point competition? And Tay, did you see Dame pull up from behind the three-point line and hit the three in the All-Star Game? Craziness.
Yep. Crazy, yes. That's our superstar. That's Damian Lillard. I'm so glad that he won. That's adding to his legacy. And we take for granted, how good he is sometimes. Like, he just keeps dropping 50 points. Now he's winning he got the 3-point contest. He's got the skills challenge, all the All-Stars. So we got to get him a championship.
He got to get us a championship.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. That the team needs to get him some horses so we can win something.
Moving on to football. The Super Bowl happened and the Kansas City Chiefs are again the champions. Congratulations. Tay, looking at the NFL as a whole, who do you like next season?
Man, well, I'm going to start off saying the Chiefs are probably going to be right there in the conversation. So let me think of the other couple teams. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they have a shot to get back in the hunt. They got Ridley coming back. They got some playoff experience. They actually came back from 27 down.
Went to the second round.
I've liked Lawrence, but I never thought he was like that elite quarterback. But now after what he did this year, he's on that. He can be that elite guy at some point. So, and then I think the Bills are going to be back in it. They're loaded still. They had a couple of injuries from them, and then the Eagles. I'll just say the Eagles are going to be in the hunt. And then one more team for me that I got is the Seahawks. I gotta say, like, I was looking at the standings and looking out at the NFC, and I don't know, man. I don't see a team there that's a threat besides the Eagles. So,
Tay, you're forgetting about the team in their own division that's really good. The San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, quarterback though, they have some injuries. And I don't know about what's his name? Who's their quarterback? The young kid from South Dakota.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, Lance. So they bring him out there to start the season. We saw how it was last year.
That's why they went to Jimmy G.
But they're legit. I can't hate on them.
On to college basketball. The NCAA men's and women's basketball tournament are right around the corner. Both Oregon teams need to win their last few games and maybe their respective tournaments, Pac-12 tournament, to get into the NCAA tournament. The men's record right now, 15-13. The women, 15-13. The men have 3 more games, though. They play at Oregon State, at Cal, and at Stanford. The women only have 1 more game. They play Arizona State at home. Tay, are either of our Duck teams going to make the tourney this year?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. The eye test says no, but man, the Ducks men have a couple of solid wins against some good teams, but they're going to have to win the tournament. It's starting to look like that for both. And the women, I don't know, they don't have that superstar or something. This just they don't look that explosive team like they were, a few years ago. So I'm going to say it's trending no, but that's the beauty of the Pac-12 what is it called? The tournament,
Yeah. No.
What you think?
Tay, I feel the same way you do. The women are on the bubble, though. I don't even think the men are on the bubble anymore. They were the first 4 out, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's going to be tough. And the Pac-12 tournament on both sides is going to be tough.
Very tough.
On the women's side, they got Stanford and Arizona, and on the men's side, we got UCLA and Arizona. You know what I mean? So, like, it's going to be tough, like, to win the Pac-12. But if a team, if a school can do it, it's the Oregon Ducks. While we were gone, Jeff Bezos, billionaire owner of the Washington Post and former CEO and president of Amazon, is considering putting an offer together to purchase the Washington Commanders. He hired the boutique investment firm Allen & Company to look into possibly putting an offer together to purchase the team. Tay,
Interesting.
the Washington Commanders could be on the move. Jeff Bezos as the owner of the Washington Commanders. How you feel about that?
If I was a Commanders fan, I would love it. I mean, the guy got money and a new owner. They want to make their stamp on the team, and why not have the third richest guy in the world to run it? He's coming in there and hopefully he hires the right people, but you kind of want that kind of owner who has that power and enthusiasm. So, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good for the league. Snyder has some serious skeletons.
The guy out of
that
here.
He's lucky. He's a billionaire that he can just be. He should just go off in the sunset. But
He's going to.
you know, anybody else would be in some serious trouble for the stuff he was doing. So that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, I think it's good. What you think? What you got?
I agree. I think it's great. I hope that they do sell the team to him, or that Snyder sell the team to him. He's a sports fan. Like you said, he has a lot of money to throw around, and they just hired Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, that's huge. I like that.
So, I mean, yeah, let's do it. And that's why we were gone. The NBA regular season is winding down. Lots of teams made moves at the trade deadline. Tay, now that the dust is settled, who do you think is going to be in the conference finals?
Let's start with the West because it's just
A mess?
just so many teams. I can't decide on there, but I think the Clippers have the roster to do it. It's just, I don't know. Westbrook makes it weird, but before that, I thought they have the team to do it. I just don't know what Paul George and the others are going to do, but I don't know.
Tay, do you think that, I mean, they're talking like Russell Westbrook is like going to push him to the championship. They were so big on trying to get him to the Clippers.
Yeah.
Like,
That is,
I don't think it moves the needle that much.
no. You know what it does do, though? They do kind of play a little laid back, kind of nonchalant. It might make them play a little fast paced, but man, you know what they're going to do. They're going to put some big guy out there on him because they know he can't shoot, and then they're going to put more defenders on all their other wing guys. So it actually is going to hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, Kawhi and PG are a good combo.
Yeah.
Their bench is decent. I don't know what Westbrook's gonna do. Maybe he is gonna move the needle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's still a decent player.
They could do it, but I don't have a lot of confidence. I think Dallas has a shot. I just don't think size-wise, and I think they need size-wise, and I also think they need another big guy, but, I mean, Kyrie and Luka go for 40 in the playoff series every game, 35 apiece. Luka can go for 50. I mean, that's a lot.
So can Kyrie.
And that's scary. So I do think them, and then I just don't trust Denver. I don't trust Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
Until they can get there, I just don't. They're gonna. I don't know. They just don't. The eye test. I always go with that. When I see them play, I just don't see it transition into like a championship. But that's the West. Anybody can win.
I agree with you about Memphis. I don't like Memphis as much as most people like them. I like their style of play. I think that they'll be in the first. They'll win the first round series, and then after that, it's gonna get tough. I do like Denver though, And I like Denver because I like Mike Malone. I think that coaching really matters in the playoffs. And he's
does.
a really good coach. They do need a little bit more off the bench, though. I think, but man, I don't know. But the team you didn't mention in the West that I think is going to win the West is the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant is hurt right now.
I did forget about Durant.
And yeah.
I forgot. So I did.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is hurt right now, but he'll be joining Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton as the start, and then whoever they throw in. That I think is Torrey Craig right now, but it could be Okogie or whoever. It don't even matter. It's gonna be the Devin Booker and KD show, co-starring DeAndre Ayton, because buckets.
They're good. Yeah, and I completely spaced that. And with Durant, and he's about to come back, I think, like in a game or two. He has 20 games to play and learn the offense and get the chemistry down. Oh man, they're gonna be good. So scratch everything I just said at the beginning. I put them ahead of those two, and Dallas, Clippers, and then Denver's there. I can't hate on them. They got Jamal Murray. It depends on if he can play, because
healthy.
For some reason, Jokic gets worn down. Like in the 7-game series, he just not that dominant. He's by game 5 and 6. He's still there playing good, but he just doesn't impact them like he does like right now.
Well, it's different in the 7-game series because that team has 7 games to like key and focus on that one team. So this is the NBA. Like, ain't nobody that good where you can't get slowed down a little bit, especially in a 7-game series. Like, but then also you guys, I mean, this dude right now, he's averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
Like he's playing, I mean, like, phenomenal basketball. Like, and he has to do this all season to keep his team afloat. And then when the playoffs come, he's burnt. Like, I mean, everybody ain't built like LBJ. LeBron can play his whole career through June every year. Like, and come back the next year and do the same thing. Everybody ain't built like that. And
it's going to be exciting, though.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But Tay, there's one more team you forgot about in the West.
Who?
The Golden State Warriors. You can't never sleep on the champs.
Yeah. So if they're in the play-in, you think they can win the play-in, win the second play-in thing, and then just go? Yeah, if they get Denver in the first round or Memphis, I just don't think they're winning it. Sorry, Alberti. If you're watching this, I don't think they got it this year, but they are a threat. They're right there. We think we named probably those 5 teams are definitely can go out the West, but the Golden State Warriors,
Tay don't believe it.
I don't think they're winning though. I don't believe it. Last year they shocked me, but this year just the Draymond Green thing.
Yeah,
Curry. He's not going to be.
Yeah, he's still
all
hurt
the way.
For another
Curry.
week. Yeah. Okay. Enough about the West. On to the East.
Oh yeah,
where it's a little bit easier to narrow it down to the top.
I got 3.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. It's probably my same 3. All right, who you got, Tay?
I do think Boston has a shot to go back to the finals. They are, to me, the favorite. They look good, but I think it's the Bucks, man. I think the Bucks is going to be the favorite to win, to go into the finals. So I got them. And then 76ers, I think that is my sleeper team who I'm going to be rooting for to go to the Eastern Finals and to go to the finals. So
to finals.
I think those 3. And those other teams are good, the other East teams, but that's all. I don't need to say too much more.
Okay, you picked the exact same 3 teams I was going to talk about because those are, I mean, as I said, in the East is way easier. Like, I mean, Cleveland's in 4. I think Brooklyn's in 5. Those teams are not as good as Boston, Milwaukee, or the Sixers. They're just not as good as those teams. The Bucks, Tay, I had a brain fart there. Sorry, guys. The Bucks, I'm telling you, they got Middleton coming off the bench.
I know.
Getting buckets. And he ain't even all the way back yet.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep him coming off the bench, you have an all-star coming off your bench.
Yeah.
Come on,
and
man.
Then
you got Giannis
Carter.
and Drew.
Yeah, Carter starting, and he's, man, I'm like, Phoenix, what are y'all thinking? Let him go.
Javon Carter is decent. Yeah. And then your boy Bobby Portis was hooping. He was.
He's a baller.
Hey, let's talk about food. Today's topic is...
Who doesn't love a big bowl of pasta with red sauce? I mean, spaghetti is a go-to food for most people.
Mm-hmm.
But where does this food that we love so much come from? I'm glad you asked, Tay.
Good question.
Even though you didn't. I prepared some facts for you all. As I like facts. So I have some facts about spaghetti.
Break it down for us.
Spaghetti was born in Europe 1,000 years ago as part of a cultural and religious invasion around the year 827. So a long time ago. Spaghetti takes its name from its signature strands. Spaghetti is the plural form of the Italian word spagato, which comes from the word spago, meaning cord, string, or twine. So, spaghetti kind of looks like those things.
It does.
Spaghetti remains the simplest pasta shape to produce on an industrial scale. Pasta is also the world's most accessible food. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
and it seems weird because it's not even, it doesn't grow on a tree or something. So somebody has to make it, and it's still the most accessible food. Nearly every country has its own unique version of this admired, inexpensive staple.
Wow.
And spaghetti made its journey to America during the 19th century when a large group of immigrants traveled from Italy to the United States. I mean,
like, what is that?
Makes totally sense. Yeah. It makes total sense to me. Tay, now that we've had a few facts about spaghetti, why don't you tell us about your favorite bowl of spaghetti?
Yes, I love spaghetti. It is one of my favorite go-to meals with our family. Actually, I made it recently too, but that's something I've mastered over the years, and everybody does it differently. Now, I can't lie, I've never made it from scratch, the sauce. That is my next evolution, but I love it. I do it enhanced. I take the sauce in the jar. I like the garden vegetable one, with the garlic and all that, and I season it. Definitely, I recommend people season their sauce. It comes good in the jar, but you got to add a little pepper to it, a little garlic, some salt, and taste it. Taste your sauce too. I'm no pro, but some people don't even taste their food. You got to taste it. I have to keep tasting it and be like, oh man.
People put food in front of people and have not tasted that.
It's crazy.
Tell you, that's crazy.
I'm tasting the triple when I have a guest coming over. I gotta make sure it's good.
I mean, here you go, eat this. I didn't taste it.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it with I'm a meat. It has to be a meat sauce, so definitely ground beef and Italian sausage is. I usually do both, and I put the onions, cook it with the meat, season your meat. Definitely got to season the hamburger meat too. I don't do crazy with this Italian sausage. It already has a nice kick to it. I might throw some Italian seasoning on it, but I just keep it where it's at. And then I like doing diced tomatoes in a can. I throw that in there. That's always that's my little twist. And if my family didn't like mushrooms, I would throw mushrooms in there. So I never get to eat it like
Me
that.
neither, Tay.
I'm gonna start. I don't know why I don't cook them on the side. I could saute them.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do it the last time, but I forgot when I got to the store. I forgot to get the mushrooms. So I'm gonna do that. But I love this seasoning. If you guys, just a shout out to Flavor God, the garlic lovers. I think I've talked about it on our previous podcast, but the garlic lovers seasoning is bomb. But definitely you got to put some garlic powder. I don't cut garlic and do all that yet, but when I make my sauce one day, I'm gonna do all that. So, and then to end it up with the noodles. We have some gluten issues in our family, so wife and kids usually eat gluten noodles, and I still stick to the regular straight up spaghetti noodles. But I've had it with the cauliflower, I think, or, the replacements. But I'm a traditional noodle person. I do salt my noodles when I'm boiling it. That's something my grandma does, and I do. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I just sprinkle a little salt on there. So that's about it.
Tay, my bad. I forgot. See, guys, what? I forgot we were on camera, and I grabbed my phone. Oh. Sorry, guys. It's all part of the learning process.
I know. I be trying not to touch my iPad, and I'm like, I just realized I be doing that all the time. So y'all gonna see a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, Tay, your spaghetti sounds good. I'll be over when you make it next time.
Let me add this in there. When we played it, I do separate. You pour the sauce on your noodles.
Oh,
I don't do it all together.
You don't mix
it. I do like that though. I like that pan spaghetti, so I'm not hating on that. But I just like the topping of some cheddar cheese, grate some cheddar cheese, and then the powdered Parmesan. Like I like the good Parmesan too, the shredded Parmesan, but I like that powder one for spaghetti. So yeah, that's how I end it.
It sounds good, man. But Tay, man, as I've gotten older, that I can't eat that red sauce no more. Also, because I used to make my own spaghetti sauce, just whole tomatoes, put them in there, not the ones in the can. They ain't got the skin on them, but I can't eat it no more. So I make spaghetti for Olivia and for Lindsay, but they don't eat meat. I shouldn't say they don't eat meat. Lindsay doesn't like meat in her spaghetti sauce, and Olivia doesn't care, so I don't put any in. So, but the spaghetti that I like to eat, actually, let me say this. I made this spaghetti called bucatini. Earlier this week. I want to say last week, earlier this week. And it's cool because it's a thicker noodle. And the interesting thing about the bucatini is it has a hole in it, like a straw.
Oh, so yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So the noodles are thicker, though, than regular spaghetti noodles. But so I made this bucatini limon. Pasta was great. It has basically lemon juice, butter, Parmesan cheese, and lemon zest. It was great. But that's not the pasta I'm going to talk about today. That's why I didn't have all the ingredients ready for you guys. But I will talk about it because it would actually turn out really good. I'll just tell you, I got the recipe from this show I watched called The Kitchen. So it's on foodnetwork.com if you look it up. Bucatini limon. But the spaghetti I'm going to talk about today that I really love, spaghetti olio.
Okay.
And it's super easy. So I ordered this one time from Pastini, and I was like, oh man, this pasta's so good. And then Lindsay's like, it's just like olive oil and Parmesan cheese. And I was like, and garlic. I was like, what? That's it? So yes, that's all it is. It's not very difficult. It's spaghetti, olive oil, garlic, and crushed red pepper. Sometimes, and Parmesan cheese for me. Some people don't put the Parmesan. I like the Parmesan. Unlike Tae, though, I like the grated kind more than I like the powdered kind. Yeah. But it's also the type of pasta I'm eating versus if I have pasta sauce, the powdered kind mixes nicer with the sauce.
It is good.
So I agree with you on that. So, but yeah, all you do is, really it's simple. You cook your pasta, and then you take the pasta, you drain it, you heat some olive oil with the garlic. You cook the garlic in the olive oil a little bit, and the red pepper flakes as well. Heat it all up. Then you throw your pasta in there, toss it all around. I throw my Parmesan in there because I like to make it melt and make it look sticky. You could pull it out the pan, and then out the skillet, and just top it with your Parmesan cheese, however you want to do it. But
how much flex do you put in it?
Oh,
like a little.
No. For me,
or?
I put a good amount. I don't mind. A little kick is good for me. I'm not a spicy food person, but probably about a tablespoon A tablespoon's a lot, actually. Hold on, man. Not a tablespoon. Oh, yeah, a tablespoon. I'm tripping. Yeah, a tablespoon. Yeah, a tablespoon. About a tablespoon. Not too much. But, I mean, no, actually, that's way too much. A tablespoon. I mean, a teaspoon. About a teaspoon.
Okay.
Pepper flakes. Folks, don't put a tablespoon. Unless you like spicy food, because your tongue might be on fire.
Start small. And
then do a taste it. Taste your food. Yeah. And so, and then I eat it with a salad, or sometimes I even put vegetables in the spaghetti olio. Traditionally, there's not vegetables in it, I don't think, but I've been trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. It's weird. Like when I started writing down my food that I've been eating. I think I told you this before, and it's just I look at the things I eat, and then I'm like, dang man, I didn't eat one fruit or vegetable all day long. How does that go? All day long? The only vegetable I eat before recently was iceberg lettuce because it was on my hamburger. Like it wasn't like I'll eat something seriously, So. Yeah. Anyway, that's off topic.
Vegetables take too much work. That's why.
Yeah, and they cost a lot.
Yeah.
And they go bad real fast. Like,
quick.
Yeah. So man. Yeah. Anyway, but I've been trying to eat more. So. But yeah, that's my spaghetti bowl, man. It's super simple. Like I said, I don't mess with the red pasta sauce anymore, or even Alfredo anymore. I shouldn't have been messing with Alfredo a long time ago because I'm lactose intolerant. So.
Alfredo is so good too. I don't even need Alfredo with noodles. I can eat it with some bread and be fine.
Just dip it.
Especially like Olive Garden Alfredo sauce. Like,
that's good.
I don't need it in pasta. I'll just eat it that way.
I'll eat it with the bread. Can I have a bowl of Alfredo sauce with some breadsticks, please?
Mm-hmm.
And hey, if you like these recipes, check them out. I'll talk more about the lemon bucatini, excuse me, in another episode.
Mm-hmm. So one of our favorite segments is kitchen gadgets, but this time we're doing a little blast from the past. We're gonna now be able to show you. So you guys remember that handheld veggie chopper that I talked about? I think it was a chicken wing segment, chicken wing episode that I did that, but here it is. It's a very simple device. You can get that on Amazon. I think I got mine at Burlington Cofactor. It was marked down for like $4.
That's the deal.
So like, what is that? And I'm tired of chopping, so it's real simple, small. You can put it in your dishwasher. The lid comes off quick, and then nice little sharp blade, and a little handheld veggie chopper, and you just spin it. Let me go slower. If you can see, I don't know if that works, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can see it.
But yeah, I'm gonna bring some of the other ones out too that we talked about. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, and I think it's easier now you see it. It's easier to explain it, and maybe we'll demonstrate one day. We'll get to that level. I don't want to put my finger today, but yeah, and it goes cut through carrots. I've done carrots. Onions is the best, and green onions, all that stuff. So yeah, check it out.
Awesome. I like that, Tay. So, what I have for you guys, I think I talked about it in the first season, to be honest, but it's my Braun immersion blender.
Yeah.
So how this thing works is there's a snap part that goes on the front here, and you put the mixer in here, like so. I've been using this in a while. Have some issues like that, and it goes on here, and you stick it inside of something, and you press the trigger, blend. It's super simple. But the reason I bought this thing, well, actually, it's a couple reasons. when I bought this thing, I thought I was going to start making mayonnaise all the time, and it lasted for about a month, and then I ain't made mayonnaise since. But what I actually do with it, I found out that, well, not found out. I shouldn't say found out. When I ordered it, it came with something that looked like a food processor, but I had never used it until Thanksgiving when I started chopping all of my vegetables for my dressing. Then I was like, man, there's this thing that I bought that I feel like I could use. And so if you wanted something a little bit more high tech that does the same thing that Tae's does, this Braun mixer also attaches to this thing here that looks like a food processor.
Oh yeah, there you go.
See? And it clicks right into the top here, and just like Tae's, there's a little blade in here that spins.
Yeah,
and get it out. It's a blade that spins.
I like you can do a big portion and yeah.
And I'm Tae, when I tell you I didn't chop nothing for Thanksgiving, I didn't chop nothing for Thanksgiving. I threw it all in this thing. And to hit it right here, has a little spot where you can put it in while it's blending.
Yeah,
all of it. It's actually, and I bought it during the pandemic. So, actually, maybe I bought it right before the pandemic, but it was actually a good buy. I buy a lot of things that I don't use. I'll show you guys my spiralizer. I got it about a year ago, and I just used it this week. I spiralized the zucchini squash. It actually turned out really good. I'll show you guys our next kitchen gadget episode. But yes, the Braun immersion blender. I don't even know if they sell this model anymore, but it's actually it was a really good purchase. And like I said, it does a lot of different things. It grades. I could change the blade in here, and it will grate. It will grate cheese or potatoes. You can cut spiral slices. It cuts French fries, all kind of stuff. So, as you know, if you listen to our show for the last two seasons, Tae and I like kitchen gadgets. So we like things that we have in the kitchen. I have all kind of stuff, and I have a whole list of things that I want to buy. But
and now we can show you, and we can demonstrate, and safely, and which is cool. It's going to be awesome doing this.
Yes. So stay tuned for more and more of our kitchen gadgets.
Y'all missed the show? Well, no worries. They're on our website, snfpodcast.com. That's Steve, Nancy, Frank, podcast.com.